Now, I'm wondering if she's talking about the Punisher. Because that's a different kind of kid. Oops. Deleting.
That's the Ray J type of deleting.
That's the
The booty goose.
It's a different kind of deletion.
Diddy is out here and they dropped this audio as a proof that Cassie might not have been fully a victim. Fair use.
You don't have to see it, but it's my life and I'll kill you.
Yeah, but
No, I will kill you if you don't show me right now. I will kill you and I will hide you and I will cut you up and put you in the dirt right now. Pull it up. If you have it, pull that up. Because if not, I'm going to kill you and then he's going to kill you again. So just do it. Pull that up right now. You got that pull that up. I'm going to kill you. You don't understand. I don't give a I've never killed anybody in my life, but I will kill you because you're with me. You're with me in my life right now. If I saw a video of you doing anything that you didn't want people to see, I would show you the video so you could tell me what the happened. You're playing games with me, telling me you saw some now you're saying you didn't see some you're with me. I'm going to you up. I don't think you understand. And it's not going to be my hands and it's not going to be blood on my hands. Someone else is going to do it. So you have to tell me right now, and I'm recording this whole shit. FYI, tell me what the you're talking about. Because this is not cool. We're not playing. I'm not playing with you, Sujit. Like, you saw some yes, you're my brother. Be my brother and tell me what you saw.
Or I'll delete you. This was Cassie responding to a man who said he saw a video of her in a free call. Yeah, it's crazy. And we're gonna talk a bit more about the standings so far, how it's looking at the fact it's going to be the last week. Prosecutors are closed today on Monday, and the defense said they probably will have 2 days of their part of this case. So, and after that, of course, the closing arguments. RJ.
Neo had a song called Pretty Girls Lie. It was on the Year of the Gentleman. Was that the album with the classic songs?
I think it was Year of the Gentleman, yeah.
Yeah, it was a great album, by the way. Great album. Cassie is, when you look at her, KaiR, she seems like an angel. But we heard the stories, how she was participating in the free cops and her role in the free cops as well. Also hiring people. By the way, guys, thank you for tuning in. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our socials. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and check out our newsletter. You can sign up for the newsletter in the link down below. First of all, she told him that she was recording. I don't think that was like the smart move. Second of all, she told him that she wouldn't do it herself. She'd have someone else do it.
She's on the top of the pyramid. She has people she can instruct to do the dirty work.
Now, I'm wondering if she's talking about the Punisher. Because that's a different kind of kid. Oops. Deleting.
That's the Ray J type of deleting.
That's the
booty goose.
It's a different kind of deletion.
But yeah, it's the final week, man. And let's take a look at what happened this past week, because there have been a couple of situations where you gotta ask yourself, like, what is happening here? And for me, it's hard to say where it's heading to. So far, it's hard to say which way this will end, whether it's going to be in favor of Diddy or in favor of the prosecution. I don't think the prosecution has been able to provide the evidence that's 100% nailing Diddy's coffin for certain of these charges. I mean, 2 are definitely the ones that will be going. That's the pro one. But so far, after that, it's a toss-up.
Which ones?
For me, the pro ones. So where they are trafficking and using professional people for certain acts. There are two charges of that. And also you have the one of Jane Doe. But Jane Doe is a wrap, because I'm gonna show you a video about how people were looking at Jane Doe after her standing on business and sharing her story. Let's take a look. Fair use.
Doe was talking about how Diddy gave her $100,000 budget
for Turks and Caicos trip. He also, for her birthday, gave her a $15,000 budget for her birthday. The times that they met were not only freak-offs, they would hang out other times. They would hang out and have movie nights where they would watch freak-off tapes. So
and she bought him a TV.
Yeah, I mean, all this. He got her a diamond bracelet at the end of the trip. So
Van Cleef.
the problem is like...
And a Van Cleef necklace and bracelet.
No, everybody said they want
It's
to
just hard.
see...
Everybody in there, even the jury was kind of looking a little funky
guys,
at that. The jury was kind of like, I mean, all of us, like, as normal people, and you're sitting in there and like $100,000 to plan a trip, it doesn't sound like coercion and being forced into.
Yeah, so that's the interesting thing about this. There were, of course, people who took stand and they perjured themselves. 2 people, almost 3, you could say, but at least 2. We had Bongaland, which we covered like 2 weeks ago, which started talking. The you know, the girl who said she got dangled off the balcony. She perjured herself. You had Dawn from what's the group? Danity Kane, I think, perjured herself as well. You had even Capricorn Clark. I wouldn't say perjured, but said things that were not aligning with what she said before. So it's a very hard situation to judge how it will end. And last week on Friday, you had the alleged drug mule taking a stand. You know the guy who they arrested? I don't know if you recall his name. Brandon. His name is Brandon Paul.
We covered him in the past. Did we cover him in the past?
We covered when he got arrested. So this is the guy. I don't know if you recall. There was a assistant, the guy who was allegedly the drug mule, but apparently he wasn't even a drug mule. He was just an assistant. Who? This is how media works. He got arrested because he had 0.5 grams, something like that, in his pocket of Tusi, and apparently it was some Tusi he took from a freak off, and he forgot he had it in his bag. He took it to bring it back for Diddy, but he forgot when he was walking to TSA that he had it on him. Some way, somehow, that turned him into the drug. It's crazy. Let me tell her the story of what he had to say. Fair use.
Oh, he was asked about Jane. He communicated, at some point with Jane because he set up these hotel rooms, and he was asked, I'm going into cross a little bit, but let me just make sure I didn't miss anything from the direct. He testified that the Wild King nights stopped happening at hotels after Cassie's lawsuit dropped. And then we saw photos of Baby Oil and Astroglide, and he took a photo of this because he said he was telling another assistant how it needed to be organized. And that's really it for the direct.
I think, by the way, just to give some context of everything that happened, I think they wanted to put him on the stand to prove that this guy was getting paid as an assistant from the company's account while simultaneously setting off freak-offs. So they want to basically say they want to prove the RICO through him. The problem is, he said, I didn't mind working 100 hours. It was exciting. It was always great to work these albums, because he said he worked like 3 days without. He worked like a mule. He worked like a mule. 3 days no sleep when around the time that Diddy was recording his last album. And in addition, I think that they were trying to prove the RICO through him, but it didn't work that well. I'll be honest. The guy said he didn't mind working that much because it was exciting. Nothing that incriminated Diddy they put Brian on for the redirect. Brian asked them, by the way, but Brian, I mean Brian Steele, for those who don't know, that was Young Thug's lawyer during the other RICO case in Atlanta. Brian asked them, "You're a smart guy, right?" Something in that neighborhood, because he went to Syracuse, if I'm not mistaken. He was on the basketball team of Syracuse, so he's no slouch. He can play. The guy can ball. He said, "You're not a dumb guy, right? You're graduated. You have your honors. So you would never work for a criminal, right?" He said, "No." If you knew he was a criminal, if you knew Diddy was a criminal, you would never work for him, right? He said, "No, I wouldn't work for him." Imagine as a prosecutor, you're standing there, you're like, "Oh no."
There goes my case.
There goes my case. So he never thought that a couple of things he said was he never thought that the people that, at least during his tenure as an assistant, that the King Knights, because that's the name changed from Freak Off to King Knights to Hotel Knights, so it was Hotel Knights, King Knights.
It's a name. How do they call them? It's a name in progress.
Yeah, it's a name.
It's a dynamic name. It's a dynamic.
Name. It's changing every time. After it's gonna be called Queen Knights, but anyway.
I don't know if there would be an N at the end. I would think an R. But KR, in any case, in any case, KR.
Yeah.
Can we say that, because we talked about Diddy being Diddy, and he did do a lot of things, and of course you had that I guess the trafficking charges, which are which stand the most chance of
Yeah, I do think that
of not
Found guilty.
going of what
of them finding him guilty for those charges.
But Diddy was being accused of doing, or not accused, but it was said that he was doing also let's say things with people directly from the same sex, and I don't think that was not proven. He did use
didn't make it to this trial. So there's a couple of things that were being said that never made it to this trial.